So obviously, we call the paramedics, okay? We're not in her unit. We're in a unit across the way. We don't know who it is, okay? But that's where we're at right now. I can't confirm anything right now. We're having the medical examiner coming out, okay? We're not touching anything until the medical examiner comes out. Well, to be honest with you, I'm telling you what I know right now, okay?
There's a body in there.
And it's covered with some items, so we can't really examine that until the medical examiner who gets here and does a workup on the scene gets here, okay? So that's what we're waiting.
This is the family of Katie Wolfarth, a 68-year-old woman who suddenly went missing. They've just received the news that she might have been found, and it's not the way any of them were hoping. On June 17th, 2023, Akron police were called to Katie's home.
Yes, I did. I haven't heard from her, and it's just not like her.
This is Katie's best friend Dave, and they work together and talk every day, but he hasn't been able to get in touch with her.
Did you knock?
I did. Her van's not here. She hasn't been here all night.
Her van's not here?
Her van's not here. Her mail is in the box, and her newspaper was on the porch. Yeah.
Well, but her van's gone.
Pardon me?
Her van is gone?
Yeah.
So she's probably most likely gone then?
Yeah, but she never, ever doesn't communicate.
Try calling.
Her neighbor hasn't seen her.
When's the last time you talked to her?
I saw her at 1 o'clock yesterday.
Yesterday? Did she say she was going anywhere?
No.
Despite Dave's concern, the officer didn't take the situation seriously, something that would later haunt him.
I know it's irregular, but we could check and wait and see. I mean, she could just not be wanting to talk to you.
I know you say that, but I'm telling you, it's not
okay.
The case. Absolutely not.
But before they could begin to figure out what happened, they got a 911 call.
Akron Police and Fire, Stephen R.
Good morning. My name is Craig Maddox. I work at Leslie Floor Sanding.
Yes.
We have rental units behind our building. And there is a lady that has been missing. I don't know if a report has been filed.
Okay.
Her name is Katie Wolfarth.
Wolfarth? How do you spell that? WOHLFORTH. Okay.
And my reason for calling is that her rental unit has been entered by another individual.
Katie had entered her storage unit, but nobody ever saw her leave. It was official. Katie Wolfarth was missing. Akron police got to the facility to get more information on what happened, and their manager showed them CCTV footage of what he was talking about.
Okay, so that's her van?
Yes, sir.
Can we just start the video and just watch it? Mind if I take a seat?
Nope.
You got a cushion on.
All right.
You look at you this way, then we're going to move forward.
So first off, let me ask you, what time did she show up?
That car left.
Within a couple minutes of that, so.
Let me go back.
Okay.
Katie had been there 2 days prior, moving some things at her storage unit, making room for new items she'd been hoping to get at an estate sale. Katie and Dave had 2 units at this facility, so they were around a lot. The staff was used to seeing them, but this time was different. She got there alone, but then struck up a conversation with the man in the unit across from hers. They talked for a while, but Katie made one crucial mistake. She walked over to the office area and left her unit wide open. The man saw this as his opportunity and entered it while she was gone. Katie returns from the office and goes back into the unit. The door closed behind her. That was the last anybody ever saw her. 20 minutes later, the man emerged from the unit, wrapped in a blanket, and made his way to the opposite unit. He changed clothes and came back outside like nothing happened before getting into Katie's vehicle and driving away. About 15 minutes later, he came back and drove away in his truck. This is when the officer noticed that these are the same vehicles they found abandoned in town earlier that day. Katie's vehicle was found at a 15-minute walking distance from the storage facility. The orange truck was found abandoned in a parking lot. The same suspicious man was the last one to see Katie alive and the last one to have contact with both of the vehicles. This was officially an emergency. The clock was ticking. Officers needed to find both of them fast. So they started at the last place Katie was seen alive. Her family was there too, so they were able to give them access to the unit immediately.
You want me to go back with you? I'll show you which deal. Did you,
For her? No, I did not. Did you?
I did. You want me to have that?
No, nothing. You guys both have access.
Yeah, now that
We have
all
access
those.
to this. Yeah.
How do you know her?
Yeah.
If you guys just want to hang back for us,
Partner, best
Best
friend?
friend, yeah.
This run in her name or both?
This is in hers. And then the one up front is both of us. I have keys to that, too.
Okay. Just unlock it and we'll put that in there.
Yeah, I've done that.
22.
The unit was full of things, forcing the officers to spend hours taking items out to get a closer look. But there was no sign of her. What they did find were items covered in blood.
And it looks like there's blood all over this. Is that the sheet he had on?
I don't know because he takes it in there and I didn't see him bring it back out.
The concerned officers went back to the security room to make sure they weren't missing anything on the CCTV footage. The man Katie was with came back the next day. He went into her unit with an empty garbage can and came out with it full of items covered up with a towel. He wheeled the garbage can to the opposite unit, got in his truck, and left the facility and never returned. During this time, police got in touch with the owner of that unit, Mr. Olson, and asked him to come to the facility. This Mr. Olson isn't the man seen on the CCTV with Katie. That was his 35-year-old son, Michael Olson. He had access to the unit too. The second the officers opened Mr. Olson's unit, the smell hit them. Soon after, they saw it. The garbage can Michael was seen rolling to the unit with things piled on top. They didn't have an ID on the body, but they knew they just found Katie Wolfarth. Outside, her family was waiting, hoping for good news, but prepared for the worst.
So obviously, you know, we call the paramedics, okay? We're not in her unit. We're in another unit across the way. We don't know who it is, okay? But that's where we're at right now. I can't confirm anything right now. We're having the medical examiner coming out, okay? We're not touching anything until the medical examiner comes out.
Tell us anything.
Well, to be honest with you, I'm telling you what I know right now, okay?
There's a body in there.
And it's covered with some items, so we can't really examine that until the medical examiner who gets here and does a workup on the scene gets here, okay? So that's what we're waiting on, okay? So just be a little patient. When we know, we'll let you guys know, okay? I promise you. I mean, we don't mean to have you sitting here waiting, but unfortunately we have to
Follow protocol.
we have to follow protocol. We have to get as much evidence as we can at this point, okay? And obviously
Is it a female?
that I don't even know. I can't even tell you that right, but because
Maybe
like I
it's
said,
so old they can't tell.
because like right now what we have is a body that we know is a deceased person that's covered with several items that we have not. Okay, so they come out here, they photograph. They look for any type of evidence that they can
And we
take.
definitely know they're deceased. It's not like they could possibly be alive.
a deceased party done. Okay. But like I said, once they get here, they come to the Summit County van, they'll come back down and talk to you to confirm it with you and make some arrangements if it's her. Okay. If it's not, we'll also let you know that and you guys can get out of here and continue to go about your day and worry about finding her.
The search for Katie had ended, but Michael was still on the loose. Officers were dispatched to the town. All of the Akron police had one goal: find Michael Olson. So they started from the area that made the most sense: his abandoned truck. It was out of gas. So their best bet was that he'd be going around town hoping to get gas to refuel it. They checked all the gas stations in the area, one after the other, hoping that someone had seen him, but there were no leads. Until one person confirmed that they'd spoken to him.
Pass.
hour or two, maybe 3 hours. He's been looking for gas or a gas can.
Oh yeah. You know what? He just came in here.
About how long ago?
He just 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock?
Shift change, yep.
Hour
Because he was asking me and my boss if we had a gas can, and I told him that we didn't have none. So he was trying to put. He was trying to put it.
He was on the corner of Archwood and Arlington.
He was trying to put it in the cup. So he might be right back up here.
Which way did he walk? You know?
He went down that way.
So he went down Booker?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I know he said he was waiting on a ride. Okay. And he asked me and my boss if we had a gas can. And I told him we didn't have none. But my boss told me he was one back there. Now he didn't ask me if it was okay if he could put the gas in the cup. And I told him I can't sell it to him if it's going to be in the cup. It has to be in the gas can. It's illegal to do it.
Okay. That was early this morning.
I mean, I'll take it.
Up there?
He was here about 2 o'clock.
Thank you. If he comes back in, he calls right away.
You got a card? So
I don't. You just call 911, actually.
Okay. I'm going to just say the guy y'all looking for is here. It's okay.
That'll work.
All right.
Did you get to see
You
him?
remember him? He was asking for the gas can.
Yeah. You see him, give us a ring, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
But from there, it was like he just vanished into thin air. Or so they thought. Because when the officer on the ground ran Michael's name through the system again, he popped up. Michael was already in custody from that morning after being picked up in another jurisdiction for breaking into a house near the gas station and his father's home.
Yeah, this way, sir.
Yes, I need to check.
I should know your face.
What's that?
You ever been to the county before?
Yes.
What if I took you?
How?
What if I took you?
Well, I got a stupid TBO, my ex-girlfriend who
What's her name?
wasn't Hubsy. That was,
Is this in Akron?
well, now she lives in the Falls.
No, I mean, the charge, was it in Akron?
It was in Fairlawn.
No, it wouldn't be us then. We don't control what they do. One day we might.
Well,
He'd been in custody this entire time. When he got into the interrogation room, he thought he'd be able to talk his way out of the breaking and entering charge, not knowing that's not what they wanted to talk about.
All this is going through a window to help him. You guys are joking. Unreal.
He acted like he was in custody over a misunderstanding. His story was straight, and it was everyone's fault but his.
She said, you know, could you, when we were sitting here having a cigarette, Bob was there, you know, and I was like, she said, could you open that door for me? There's a closet door that always sticks, you know, that I usually just, if there's no lock on it or whatever, I thought she meant that. She didn't know the bedroom door. And I went over, I was like, oh, well, Rose, it's locked from the inside. Or, you know, so I was like, you know, I think you guys always keep that window open. Why don't I just go around there and, yeah, could you? I don't think you'll fit. And I was like, oh, come on, Rose, I lost weight. Shoot, I can get in there. Yeah, and so that's what I did. I helped her get her window open, or her door open. Went around there, and it made it look like I went to jump in. That's probably what the neighbors saw me doing. I tried to jump in first, and I was like, well, I need a chair. Went over and I opened her freaking bedroom door. It was locked. It just was living there. The landlord, he was like, I guess he tried to get him to get out of there. Sorry, I'm acting like all nervous and talking, but I was just helping them out, getting their freaking bedroom door open so they could start getting all the out of there. They asked me to help them get all the out of the basement and out of the bedroom.
Hey man, we arrived and you were in the basement at that time.
Yeah, I was getting freaking stuff out of the basement, and all of a sudden I heard, "Is there anybody here?" And I was like, "What's that?" And I was like, oh. And then I came out. I wasn't ducking down like the one officer said. I was freaking trying to get some stuff clean for him. And why wouldn't they lie to me? Why would they say that I was trying to steal stuff? God, I've lived there for...
I don't know if they actually said you were trying to steal something.
Well, what am I doing here?
Well, because they said that they didn't know that you were in a house.
Oh my God, did you see how intoxicated she was? They drink all day, every day. They drink a liter of Kamchatka in here every day.
But this wasn't about the neighbor's house. This was about Katie, and the officers needed answers. So they steered the conversation to the storage facility.
Up there up on North Hill.
Yeah. Well, it's your dad. It's my dad's. Yeah, it ain't mine.
Who has access to it?
Me and my dad. Yeah, and then there's
anyone else?
No, but I mean, you know, I don't know if you know about theft that was up there not that long ago. This guy used to get into all the units, stole all types of silver. I don't know if you know that name. Yeah, but me and my dad are the only ones that had the keys for it. But yeah, so that's.
Okay. When was the last time you were there?
I was up there either this morning or yesterday morning. Can't remember what actually day it was.
Were you getting something out, or?
No, I was just was getting ready. The lady who lives next door in the brick house. She gave me she had me help her move out the big stereo thing. I was gonna spray paint it and sell it on what do you call it, Facebook sell or whatever. And so.
Now, are you aware that that storage area, they've got all kinds of cameras?
Oh yeah, because of the theft. Yeah.
Michael acknowledged Katie's existence and that they met, but glossed over her like it didn't matter to his story. But they needed him to talk more about his time there.
Orange Dodge Dakota. Any other vehicles? Nope, just that one.
Have you driven any other car in the last, say, week?
No. No.
So the truck was down there at Carroll or East Market?
Yeah, right. And I was gonna get a lift up to the gas station to get some gas, but I never said I was going up to the storage unit.
He said that's what he said.
That's what he said?
And he actually texted you.
Well, I haven't seen my phone in a while. I've obviously been dealing with this, so.
Well, this has been like 3 or 4 hours now.
Well, yeah, but still, it just feels like it's been an eternity. I've been going through a window to help out a neighbor.
So when was the last time you were up at the storage unit?
Like I said, yesterday morning, can't remember what day it was.
Every time Michael tried to steer the conversation away from Katie, the officers brought him right back to the storage unit.
Up there sporadically throughout the last week. I don't know exactly which day, but what's today? Wednesday. I don't think I was up there Monday. No, was it?
Okay. Were you with anybody when you were up there?
No. I mean, I just pretty much ride solo. I mean, Dick, Richard Leslie, the guy that owns the place, comes back here once in a while to hang out.
Do you ever see anybody else that has storage units up there or talk to anybody?
Oh, well, there's a couple old timers to my right. I think his son is Black Keys. The group, yeah. And then sometimes I see the people across from us, they're hoarders. They got all types of, oh my gosh, it's to the brink. I thought our shop was bad.
But then, it was time to ask him directly about Katie.
That's Dave and Kathleen? Katie? That's the same name, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Who is she?
She has a storage unit up there, I think, with her, I thought it was her husband, Dave, or something like that. I've met him before.
Which unit?
I don't know what the letter is. I have no idea. It's
next to you, across from you?
Across from me, in the middle building. Yeah.
At first, he tried to play it off like he had no idea what or who they were talking about, even pretended to not know Katie's name. He then threw every lie he could at the officers.
Saturday, Sunday, something like that. I was up there doing some stuff around the shop.
Okay. What about Monday?
I don't think I was up there Monday. I really don't. I don't think I was up there Monday.
Well, like I told you, there's video.
Yeah.
And we watched video.
Yeah.
And
you watched the video.
Did you talk to her at all?
No. Yeah, it was. She actually tried to knock on my door one night. She said I was sleeping up there. I fell asleep or something. She gave me a fan if I was hot or something. So I had talked to her before, yeah.
I thought somebody told us you were dating her. No?
Dude, no. Look at her. No, I mean, God doesn't make junk, but no, I wasn't dating her. Are you kidding me?
With all your age range?
Yes. And trust me, after my last relationship, I'm not even looking for any type of girl right now.
Have you had any sexual relations with her?
No, absolutely not. Oh my gosh, why am I even being asked that?
There were cameras at every corner. He'd been caught red-handed, but he still tried to talk his way out of it.
A couple stuff when she was right there, so yeah.
Okay. Have you ever been in her unit?
Not before that, no.
Okay, but Monday you did not go in the unit?
Oh,
just
Tony, I mean, I really don't know. I was standing there, I was talking to her. She cleaned out my, shop vac. And I just am bad on the timeline of the dates. I really don't know, so.
Okay.
But I never was actually maybe right beside the door, but all the way in the back, no, I've never been there. You can't even, there's a freaking wall of stuff you can't get through there.
Has she been in your unit?
She brought me, she dusted off the shop vac, and, I wanted her to see, because everyone that drove by saw how disgusting it was. I was like, hey, look.
So, would her DNA be in your storage unit?
No, not at all.
The officers already knew what happened, so him talking in circles wasn't going to help him. They gave him a window to start telling the truth, but he denied it.
What happened? So, I mean, sometimes people f up, and they do something, they get themselves in a predicament, they get worried. I mean, something happened on accident, they get scared, they try to cover it up, they don't want to, try to explain it. Well, now's the time to explain what happened that day.
What's the Monday?
Whatever day it was.
Tuesday or Sunday, there's nothing to explain. No.
There's nothing to explain.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we found blood in your unit, in your storage, a lot of blood. And here. Do you want to explain that?
I mean, I put myself on some glass and.
What about here?
Was like, how long have you been keeping your hair like that?
Literally like 2-3 days.
Okay.
Literally like 2-3 days.
Well, you said, I think you said it was about 3 or 4 days ago, earlier.
Well, 3-4 days, 2-3 days. Like I said, I don't know how my timeline is, man. It sucks.
We found lots of blood in your storage unit.
Lots of blood.
We found sticks, instruments with a lot of blood.
No way.
He tried his best to continue with the "I can't believe what you're telling me" act, but there was one key piece of evidence he didn't expect them to have, tying him to the crime scene.
Her keys were found in your dad's basement today. No.
That's not the narrative.
You know what happened?
Yeah. So stupid.
So he did the only thing that was left to do: confess.
Something came over me, I don't know.
Before saying anything else, he stopped to blame his ex-girlfriend for changing him as a man.
His downfall is it's not she doesn't want to hold a gun to me, my ex-girlfriend, but she made me a different person because of her toxic, narcissistic ways.
There was no turning back. He knew everything he did was on camera. He had to confess to all of it.
I think you know it. I think you're just getting me wanting to say it.
That's why I told you, this is your narrative. This is your chance to say for your story.
Yeah, well, I just...
Are you just a cold-blooded, homicidal maniac?
Not at all.
Or was it heat of the moment?
Heat of the moment type of thing. I snapped. I just went over there, hit her on the head. That was it.
What'd you hit her on the head?
Yes.
Like a metal pipe, a walking stick?
Something in there.
Wooden?
Yeah, it was actually a piece of, I don't even see a piece of the fireplace stick.
Where'd you hit her at? Back of her head? Anywhere else?
Did she see it? Were you facing her or? No.
No.
I don't know how many times you hit her.
And just maybe once or twice, 3 times maybe, and then I shanked her. That was snapped.
Did you do it in her unit or?
No, I just tried to get rid of the evidence, but it was a stupid idea to do because I knew about those cameras.
Where's the van?
Yeah, I parked it in the hood, so.
Michael didn't stop there either. He went on to explain what led him to this point.
It was dumb. I shouldn't have never done it. Obviously, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life, but I snapped, man. I've been so emotionally and verbally abused. You have no idea. I got a mother that, I'm staying with. I'm 35 years old. You have no idea.
To make sure he had no way out of this, the officers wanted him to pinpoint where the body was too.
You haven't found the body yet? Yeah, it's right there in the storage unit. I wasn't gonna cut her up or anything. I was just gonna try to get rid of it somehow.
Did you try to go back?
Did I try to go back?
Did you try to go back and get her and move her?
When?
In the last couple days.
Oh, no. I mean, you saw the footage and you moved her, so.
He confessed everything like he was telling a casual story, disconnecting himself from reality entirely. By the time all of this happened, he'd already come to terms with the fact that he would spend the rest of his life in prison.
Not a day goes by I don't think about what I did, how long it was, and albeit drugs did have a big factor in this. I mean, I chose to do those drugs, so I'm not blaming anybody but myself. And I want the family to know that I speak with Katie every night because I know she's shining down, looking at everybody from heaven. And I just have my deepest apologies. I know it's not saying much, but there's no more I can say. Just hope that one day you will see that I'm not the devil, and I'm going to do everything in my life to help wherever I lie. God will use me in some way. And again, I'm so terrible for that prayer.
But no amount of apologies can undo the damage Michael did. He pleaded guilty to aggravated murder, rape, gross abuse of a corpse, grand theft auto, and trespassing. By doing so, the case didn't go to trial, and he avoided the death penalty, but he will be spending the rest of his life behind bars without the possibility of parole.